Belief is literally what you don't know. If you knew it, you would know it. You don't believe it. Whenever you have an opinion or a belief, it's kind of like easily shaken. You know, you could believe something and someone gonna tell you something else and you're gonna believe different. But if you have faith, like you have faith in a person, you know, someone tell you something about that person, you're gonna be like, hold on a second. Let me, you know, confirm with that, because that doesn't sound like them. Alan Watts got a whole thing about this where he talks about faith and what it means to be like falling and letting go, but I got my own personal experience with this, so let me tell you. When I've been through a couple surgeries. I had a couple wrist breaks and I broke my collarbone. Then I got another one that was on my jaw, and I had to decide. I had to look, you know, to the future and say, this is something I'm gonna do. I know that I'm gonna do it. And then when I got there, I was so scared. I thought that after the surgery, I had really messed up. But I realized that I already made the leap of faith. Like, I had all this anticipation that it was gonna be bad, but I had already done the thing that let me keep going. I had already fulfilled having faith. The belief of what was going to happen to me was there the whole time, and it was based off of what I thought, but it wasn't real. I had a trust beside that that allowed me to keep moving forward, and that is the real difference that I found between faith and belief. One lets you keep moving forward, the other one feels like a roadblock. Having a belief is what you don't know, so you're working off of things that you feel like you know, but in reality you're just speculating. Here's Alan Watts, in case you ain't seen that, because it might help you too.
When a cat falls off a tree, the cat lets go of itself. The cat becomes completely relaxed and lands on the ground with a heavy thud. And thus, if, for example, a cat were about to fall off a tree and suddenly make up its mind that it didn't want to fall at all and go all tense like this, you know, it would land and be just a bag of broken bones when it hit the ground. And so in the same way, it's the philosophy of Zen, that we are all falling off a tree. That is to say, the moment we were born, we were kicked off a precipice. And we're falling, and there's nothing that can stop it. And so instead of going into a state of tension all the time and clinging to all sorts of things which are actually falling with us because the whole world is impermanent, be like a cat.
A little thing I'd like to add on to Alan Watts is that cats don't really know that they're gonna land on their feet. They go limber, but they don't have that law like we do, that cats always land on their feet. They don't come out the womb knowing that if I jump, I'm gonna fall like that. It's just in their nature to do that. And I wanna remind you that if you let go, it is in your nature to land on your feet too. Now I got one more way to show you this, but I can't really do it with the Brinks truck. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna demonstrate this with a ripped up piece of cardboard. You wanna do something. You wanna draw a circle. You wanna accomplish this task. You wanna go be an athlete, musician. You wanna get a job. You wanna do whatever. You wanna draw this circle. And you, right now, at this moment, can only draw straight lines. You know, like you feel like you can only apply places. You can't just force a job. You feel like you can just barely step to making anything. Faith versus belief. You don't believe you can do something because the level you're at, you're going to have faith in yourself. You're going to trust that your movements are enough anyway. Starting off is difficult, but it doesn't have to be. This whole process is just a little counterintuitive. That's why we're starting to draw a circle with a square. These first lines represent your self-care steps. These are the things that you're going to have to do every day, even after you achieve the dream. So you need to set them in now. Drawing these basic lines that are a part of this mission till you make the curve. You're going to have to brush your teeth every day. You're going to have to sleep right every day. You're going to have to eat right every day. You're going to have to hang out with different people, because the people that you would hang out with if you were achieving your dream are not the people that you're hanging out with right now. These are the things that are not going to feel like they're in tune to the dream, but they're getting you right there where you need to be. When we really take the time to do these things right, we find out how much energy we have and how capable we really are. If you jump right to trying to draw your masterpiece, your skills are not going to be up to par. But if you spend the first month coloring, you're just going to have more coordination with it. It's that simple, but on a big scale of your whole life. Dedicating yourself to these little things will help you dedicate yourself to that big thing that you really want to do. It will also help you build the energy to actually accomplish it. Showing up for little things means you're showing up for things that aren't so fun, and I'm betting your dream has a couple of those. You need to have that dedication across the board. This is why when I wanted to make YouTube videos, I started on TikTok. It certainly wasn't the type of thing that I wanted to make to begin with, but it was a starting point. After about a year of doing that, I felt confident enough to do this, and I still stepped back to make a plan to do it. Taking your time with every little line is important. Keep doing it. Keep adding to your bigger picture. The more that you keep drawing those straight lines, it may feel like you're getting in the wrong direction. You may even find that your first attempt doesn't go quite how you think. The whole point is to find out how you work with what you already have and then combine that to make what you are trying to create. The circle can exist from straight lines. It won't always be perfect, but the more that you add to it, the less anyone will even notice. All they're going to see is the circle.